Hello traders, welcome back to the video. So in today's video, let's talk about passing a pro-firm evaluation first. And for those of you who have been trading with me or with 𝗘𝗏𝗙𝗘, in case you don't know already, if you have seen my video for the first time, 𝗘𝗏𝗙𝗘 is a crypto-based trading pro-firm platform, right? They fund crypto traders to trade crypto. It is 100% crypto, right? So if you want access to bigger capital to start trading crypto, then 𝗘𝗏𝗙𝗘 is your number one go-to. But what I'm going to explain course across every profile platform, right? This is where a lot of you get it wrong. One of you who got the account recently, though why he failed the account was because according to him, he forgot to use stop loss, right? Now, one thing I want to let you know is this platform don't care about your excuses. Forget if you like, let your network, your internet connection not work. They don't care about that. So it means that from the onset, you need to prepare yourself, right? You need to fully equip yourself to say, okay, do I have access to, do I have a very internet connection? Can I be able to open a trade, put my stop losses and all of that? And this trade I'm going to enter, if I'm going to take a long or a short trade on SRP, what's going to be my stop loss? These things are things you need to do before you even click on that open long or open short trade. Because the exchanges, for instance, Trader is integrated into Bybit. So if you go to the Bybit exchange, you can set your stop loss, set your TP level before you even click on that open long or open short trade. Do you understand? But this is what I want to explain to you, right? In with the Trader platform, you get access to, you can buy a 100K account, 200K account, 50K account, 10K account, 5K account, 25K account, and then they have two phases of evaluation. And the first one is the one step. One step means you just do 10% and you get funded. And then the second one is the two step. Two step means you do 15%, okay, 10% first phase, 5% second phase, and then you get funded, right? But why I always do this two step is because it's cheaper. For instance, if I'm buying a 200K account with the two step, you see that is less than $1,000. But if I'm doing for one step, it's about approximately $1,400. All right. So I want to save the remaining $400 to try again in case this one doesn't go out. So that's why I go for the two step. All right. But here, when you scroll down, let's go with the two step option. So right here, I'm on the two step option. With Trader, you have your trading period, you have your minimum trading days, and then you have your stop loss obligation, which is a you must use stop loss, right? And then here, this is my concern, right? The daily drawdown and the maximum drawdown or max loss. All right. The daily drawdown is what I wanted to pay attention to. So if I come in here, daily drawdown with Trader is 5%. Daily drawdown is 5% for the two-step evaluation account that I trade. Daily drawdown is 5%. So if I'm trading a 200K account, I want you to do the math with me. If I'm trading a 200K account, what is 5% of that 200K? 10,000, right? $10,000 is the 5% of that 200K. That means, yes, I have access to 200K, but it doesn't mean that I can just enter a trade with half of that money or even with 30 or 40 or 50% of that money. What I have to play with in a day is 5% of that money, which is what? $10,000 for a 200K account. If it is a 100K account, that is $5,000. If it is a 50K account, that is $2,500. It goes on until it goes to the list, which is about 5,000. Yes, the list on Trader is 5,000. So what you have to play with in a day is this, right? Now, the stop loss obligation, a part of the stop loss requirement for Trader is that in a trade, even if you're going to open multiple trade, you are not supposed to risk more than 3% of your capital, which is the general rule for traders all over, right? You risk between 1 to 3% of your capital. So it means if I'm going to enter a trade, since I have $10,000 here, I can decide to enter a trade, a single trade, using $10,000 as my margin, but the stop loss should not be greater than minus $6,000. That is 3% of my 200,000. I'm doing all of this example using the 200K funded account, right? So I have 10,000, which is 5% of that account to play with in a day. But even if I go into a trade using $10,000 as my margin, what it means is my stop loss should not be greater than minus $6,000, which is 3% of that same 200K account. Now, the same thing I'm calculating, you can do it if you're trading a 5K account, if you're trading a 10K account, and if you're trading whatever account size you're trading, the same thing, right? What you need to know is that what you have to play with in a day is 5% of that capital. So if you are going to enter a trade, you shouldn't be risking more than this. And your stop loss should not be greater than 3% of that particular account size that you are being funded. In my own case, 200K, 3% of 200K is about 6,000. So my stop loss should not be greater, right? If I open multiple trades, just as you can see right now, if I open multiple trades, my stop loss should not be minus. If you combine all the stop losses, in case this market goes against me and it hits stop loss, if you combine all of these stop losses, all of them should not be more than $6,000 if that trade should hit my stop loss, right? So if you don't pay attention to this, you will fail your funded account woefully, right? And I don't want that to happen to you. That is why I'm taking that time to explain this. So for my 200K account, what I have to play with every day is 5% of that, as long as my account is still either 200 or above 200. What I have to play with is 5% of that, which is 10,000. And my stop loss shouldn't be in all of the trades I'm taking, whether it is just one single trade or all of the trade, it shouldn't be more than minus 3% of that account size. In this case, 200K account will give you about $6,000. Do you understand? So your max drawdown, that one I don't really pay attention to it, because the max drawdown has to do with if I lose part of this, the daily drawdown today, tomorrow, it will keep accumulating. And at the end of the day, what happens if I lose up to 10% of the account size? That means I failed. Do you understand? So when else you buy a funded account, and they are giving you mass drawdown of either 4 or 5% or whatever. I know some other platform gives less than this, but I wrote that is 5% daily max drawdown. If you are giving mass drawdown of 5%, just know that that is the amount of money you have to play with for that day. If you lose that, you fail the account. And if you use more than 3% of your account size as stop loss, either for a single trade or for multiple trades, you will equally fail the account. These are few things you need to pay attention to. And as long as you keep to these rules, believe me, guys, you will enjoy trading a pro firm, a funded account rather. Okay, so if you want, you can check out the link in my bio or the link in the video description and get a 10% discount to go get a funded account. By the way, I'm equally giving you access to my private community where you have access to a lot of signals that we are sharing every day to trade this funded account. You can equally join me on my live stream every day towards the New York section. I always go live, few minutes to New York section, and we share trades analysis. Yesterday one was superb, and today we are going to share another analysis during the live stream. And you can equally take advantage of all of the free signals we share on Telegram. The link to will equally be either in the video description or check out my bio for that. I will see you guys in my next video or in the next live stream. Bye bye.